Okay, for tonight's homework, I'm going to have you write all this work and write down the 6 magic words. There's going to be 6 of them. Alright, so here we go. Again, we're looking at variables on both sides equations and solving them and knowing that that answer is the only answer that you could plug in to make this work. We're going to be looking at 2 different types. Equations that have no answers, and then equations that have every single number can be an answer. So here we go. This one right here. I'm going to solve this equation the way we have been doing. The first word is blue. Blue. So again, I'm going to solve it. I'm going to start on the left side. I'm going to get rid of that plain old 6 on the left. Minus 6 to both sides. Again, write this down. And then after that, bring down the 4x, bring down the equal, bring down the 2x. 20 minus 6 is 14. Stay on that right side and get rid of the 2x. Minus 2x, minus 2x. Those will cancel away. 4x minus 2x is 2x. Third step, stay on that left side. The opposite of multiplying by 2, dividing by 2. Divide by 2, divide by 2. And that gives me x equals 7. And then I want you to know that answer is the only answer. That's one solution. That answer is the only number that can work. And why can that work? Because if I take that 7 and plug it back in, it gives me 2 equal numbers. So when I plug in 4 and plug in 7, 4 times 7 plus 6, and then plug in 7 over here next to 2. 2 times 7 plus 20. It will give me 2 equal numbers. That gives me 28 plus 6 equal to 14 plus 20. 28 plus 6 gives me 34. 14 plus that 20 gives me 34 also. So you can see when I plugged in 7 as a solution, it worked. It gave me a true equation. That means that number is the one solution to that equation. There's no other number I could plug in and get 34 equal 34. The second word is dog. Dog. Alright, the next problem. There are different types of equations we're going to be looking at. Ones that give you one solution like this, and then ones that give you no solution or infinite solutions. So again, I'm going to show you the look to them, and then I'll be having you kind of identify tomorrow when we look at them. So again, no solutions, one solution, infinite. They give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equations to solve and see what kind of situation you're dealing with there. So we're going to solve them all the same way. We're going to start on the left, go to the right. We're going to distribute, combine like terms, what we've been doing. But I want you to show you what happens to these. So the one on the left, again, start on the left. Get rid of that plain number on the left. I'm going to add that 10 to both sides. That 10 goes away. Bring down the 5x. Bring down the equal. Bring down my 15. Divide both sides by 5 right there. And what happens is I get my one solution. X on this side equals 3. That's a one solution. So they want you to take this equation and write it in this one solution box. It goes right there. That has one answer because I get this x on one side and equal to a number. Alright, next problem. Start on the left. Get rid of the plain number on the left. There's no number over here, so 0 minus 5 just gives me negative 5. So I have 3x minus that 5. Stay on this side. Get rid of that 3x minus 3x minus 3x. And that will give me negative 2x equal to negative 5. And again, when I do the opposite of timesing by negative 2, dividing by negative 2, that will give me x equals positive 5 halves. That is one solution. That is the solution. That is the one number for x. So that one solution equation also goes in this one solution box. Got one answer for that. All right, now weird things start to happen. Watch. When I solve this one, plus 5, that gives me x. Bring down my equal, bring down my x, plus 7. And then when I stay on this side and minus the 1x, minus 1x, minus x, I get 0 over here because there's nothing now, equal to 7. And when you get that look, that means there's going to be no solution to this problem. There is no answer for this equation to work. If I plug in a number here and plug in the same number there, there's no way you're going to get two equal numbers, because one number will always be subtracting 5 and then that same number will be adding 2. So you'll never get an equation, a true equation. So again, something like that, no solution. So that one goes in the no solution box. The third word is white. White. And again, that equation, no matter what number I plug in for x, it's not going to work. Plug in 10, 10 minus 5 is 5, 10 plus 2 is 12. You'll never get an equation. Where these, I plug in that 3 times 5 is 15, 15 minus 10 gives me 5 equals 5. They're going to work. But again, with this look to it, when you're left with no x over here and just a number, that's an automatic no solution. All right, the other type, combine like terms, and that gives me 3x plus 7, because negative 5 and positive 12, the negatives cancel away and leave me excess 7 positives. And again, this look, that's a infinite solution look, because when I do that equation and start by getting rid of 7 on the left and bring down the 3x and the equal, and then over here you're going to get 3x plus 0 because these cancel. And then when I subtract 3x on both sides here, minus 3x, that gives me 0 equals 0. That look tells me it's a infinite solution, which means when I get here, every number I plug in for x will multiply by 3 and then add that 7. So the same exact thing, you'll get the same, you'll get true equations every time. Plug in 5, you'll get the same number on both sides. So that goes in the infinite many solutions box. And then the last one, 3 times x, 3 times positive 2 gives me 3x plus 6 equal 3x plus 9. And again, for my high achievers, eventually you'll start to just see that is going to be a no solution, because here I'll multiply the same number by 3, but then one side I'll add 6, one side I'll add 9. They'll never give you an equation or a solution. Or if you're solving it, minus that 6, the way we've been doing, start on the left, get rid of the plain number on the left, and then go to the right and get rid of that number on the right, and then back to the left, divide if there's numbers. Start on the left, get rid of the plain number on the left, gives me 3. Go to the right, get rid of the number on the right, the variable number on the right, and that gives me 0 equals 3. And again, that is your no solution look, just like 0 equals 7 here. That means any number I plug in here, multiply by 3, I'm adding this one to 6. Same number times 0, I'm adding this one to 9. No answers will work. So that goes in the no solution box. But again, when you're solving variables on both sides of equations, if you get an answer for x equals something, one answer. If everything cancels and you get 0 equal a number, no solution. If you get 2 zeros, infinite solutions. Or as you start to get knowledgeable here, if you have the same number of x's but different numbers, means no solutions. If you have the same number of x's and the same exact numbers, that means they're exactly the same, infinite solutions. Same number of x's, different number, no solutions. Again, you need to start memorizing these. All right. The fourth word is whale. Whale. All right, last problem here. This one, again, is a no solution. And I want you to see why this is a no solution. So 4x plus 20 equals 4x plus 6. And again, the reason why this is a no solution, if I was to solve it the same way we've been doing, getting rid of the number on the left, variable on the right, number on the left again, I would be left with 0, because all my x's would cancel, equal to negative 14. 0 equal to a different number, no solution. Or what we want you to see, when you get it in this form right here, any number I plug in for x, one side when I times it by 4 I'll be adding it to 20. The other side when I times it by 4 I'll be adding it to 6. And that will give me a no solution situation, which means there is no number I could plug in for x and get an equation that is true, or two equal numbers. Every number plugged in is going to give me two different numbers. Plug in 1 for x, plug in 1 for x. One side gives me 4 plus 20, one side gives me 4 plus 6. You'll never get a true equation when you have this look. The same number of x's, a different number. Same number of x's, different number. And again, what we'd like you to see is maybe write this down. Every number plugged in for x gives a different answer, or not true equation. Or show me some that you're plugging in. So when I plug in this form, 4 times 2 plus 20, and then 4 times 2 plus 6, I want you to see that that will never give you two equal numbers. One side gives me 8 plus 20, other side gives me 8 plus 6. No way those will ever be equal, no matter what number I plug in for both x's. That's a no solution situation. If I plug in another set of numbers, the fifth word is pink. Pink. If I plugged in like a 5, 4 times 5 plus 20, and then another 4 times 5 plus 6, again 20 plus 20, and then 20 over here plus 6, will never give you an equation that works. We want you to notice that. Again, show me math, show me in words, you'll never get a solution. Unlike the first one that we did way back here, where this one, when we solved it, had one solution when I plugged it in. It worked. That answer worked because I had a different number of x's. Again, look for those number of x's. That's kind of a key. I'll be talking about that tomorrow. The sixth word is fish. Fish. Good luck.